is the source of all wisdom and knowledge. Thank you for all the wisdom and knowledge that you have imparted into our children during the time they spent here at St. Joachim. Continue to shower upon them your graces. May they never cease to learn from life's experiences. Help them to be always grateful to you and to the people you have used to mold them and to progress in their life. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. And be seated.
A reading from the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians. Now, there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are many forms of service, but the same Lord. And there are varieties of activities, but it is the same God who empowers them all and everyone. To each is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good. For to one is given through the Spirit the gift of wisdom, and to another the gift of knowledge according to the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by the one Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another the ability to distinguish between spirits, to another various kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. All these are empowered by one and the same Spirit, who apportions to each one individually as he wills. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
is in Matthew. Chapter 28, verses 16 to 20. Now the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain to which Jesus had directed them. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Jesus came and said to them, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything that I have commanded you. And remember, I am with you always to the end of the age." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Jesus.
I will be seated. Whenever some guests come to meet me here in Hayward, I usually take them to San Francisco and to the Golden Gate Bridge. Sometimes they ask me why it is called the Golden Gate Bridge, and it's because it's painted in different color. And I say, well, because the state is a golden state, because gold was discovered in this part of the world, and people came from different states, even different countries, in search of gold here. And it was during that time this bridge was built, and that's why it is called Golden Gate Bridge. And as gold was discovered here in this part of the world, diamonds were discovered in Africa some years back. And everyone was very excited, looking for diamonds. They all wanted to become rich. And a story told about a farmer, and he too was so excited. He heard about diamonds discovered this side and that side. And so he wanted to become a millionaire. He also wanted to become a millionaire. And so he sold his farm and went looking for diamonds. And every now and then, it was when he read that so-and-so got a diamond, he used to feel so upset that he is not able to find a piece of diamond. And eventually, he went all the money that he had out of selling his land, and he went completely broke. And he was so disappointed. He threw himself into a river and drowned. Meanwhile, the person who had purchased his land, he started plowing his field. He wanted to plant some vegetation. And as he was working in the field, he found a strange looking stone shining. And out of curiosity, he took it and kept it on his table. One day a visitor came, and as they were talking and having a cup of coffee, he looked at the stone and said, "Where did you get this? Is that all?" "In my field." And said, "This is a rare stone. We must take it to a specialist to find out whether it's, what type of stone it is." And took it to the jeweler, and then they found out that was a big diamond. And the fellow said, I have some more stories like that in my field, and I had set it aside. And that was later on, that particular farm was turned out to be Kimberley Diamond Mine, the richest in the world ever has known. The original farmer was in fact standing on acres of diamonds without realizing that he was standing on diamonds, field of diamonds. This story is so beautiful, very apt to convey on this day of graduations to our students. Because each one of you is so very talented, so full of talents. You need not, sometimes we think that only people who are, let us say, studying, let's say in private school, let's say well-established private schools, or sometimes we marvel at the scientists and all these people. And last Tuesday, when we had our math here, the final math here, I told you the story about the research that was done by the University of Chicago. And once again, to remind you about that, and the scientists, they wanted to find out what is so special in all these scientists and extraordinarily talented people who came to be known as extraordinarily talented people. They selected 20 of them, and then they did a lot of research about what made these people so very exceptionally talented. They even interviewed their teachers, they interviewed their friends, they interviewed their parents, they studied their upbringing, the colleges they went, everything, to find out exactly what makes them exceptionally talented. And after all the research, what they found was secret of their exceptional talent was nothing but hard work. And some of the students studying in Berlin Music Academy, which is world famous, they are so famous because each student, by the time he joins that institute, has already spent 20,000 hours of practice. And that's what made them exceptionally, to become exceptionally talented. So everything is within your capacity if you want to achieve. Just yesterday I was reading a story about a particular scientist from India, like what we have here in NASA. In India we also have a Space Institute, ISRO it's called. And the head of ISRO comes just 3 miles from the place where I was born. And I studied in a Christian school, whereas he studied in ordinary public school. And he helped his parents to make money by selling mangoes on the road. So sometimes when I go to Wells Fargo, I find some children helping their parents by selling fruits. Something like that. He was helping his parents. But then he had a determination. One day, I want to become a scientist. And he worked hard, and today he is the head of Space Institute in India. I was excited to hear about it, just 3 miles from the place where I was born. And I was so proud of him that this guy became the top scientist in India. So therefore, what is important is your hard work, determination. And that is the secret of success. So keep in mind that you can become a great person. It all depends on you. And St. Joachim has given you the foundation, beautiful foundation. We have excellent principal, we have excellent teachers, and now you are qualified, you are going to the next one. Continue the same spirit of hard work, and success is in your hand. And I wish you all the best, and always, but as you go out from here, St. Joachim, I would like to always keep in mind only 4 points as you go out to say that, to make us feel proud. You know, once I had gone to a school and I read a caption there that always remains in my mind. The caption says, "The school is proud of you. The school is, St. Joseph's School is proud of you and make us feel proud of you." I am proud of St. Joseph's School and make the St. Joseph's School feel proud of you. And how do we feel proud of you? Always remain obedient and grateful to your parents. Keep these 4 points in your mind, because your parents have done tremendous amount of sacrifice. Just yesterday, I think Mr. Ahmed is even new to you, I know. One of the parents who wanted to send his children to St. Joachim, he was so excited because he got a call from St. Joachim School that his children are admitted. I mean, he was so happy. You know, both the children are studying out, and now they are coming here. And I said, "You think that you can pay so much of fees?" I mean, I just was asking him. He said, "I'm ready to take up one more job. I'm ready to take up one more job, you know, second job to meet. I'm ready to pay." And I felt so proud of him. You see, many of your student parents are that type of parents. They work hard so that my child will have a good future. And therefore, always be grateful to your parents. Take all the decisions, particularly important decisions in your life, in consultation with your parents, and you will never regret for that. Second, having studied in a Christian institute, keep in mind, never insult a poor person because he is poor. Always be kind to poor people. Third one, never do anything that will bring dishonor to America, to this great nation. Never do. If at all you are tempted to do, just think, am I doing anything that will bring dishonor to this great nation? And fourth, be humble and seek the blessing of God every day, and you will experience God's abundant blessings in your life, and you will be greatly blessed, and you will be a blessing in the life of others. May God bless you, that you continue to be a blessing and joy in the life of others. Amen. Kindly stand for the final blessing. Lord God, long ago you sent us your prophets to teach your laws and bear witness to your undying love. You sent us your Son to teach us by word and example that true wisdom comes from you alone. Send your Spirit upon these graduates and fill them with wisdom and blessings. May they continue to be open to learning the truth that comes from you, and may they share with others what they have learned at St. Joachim and be Christ-like to all those they meet. in your loving care always. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Can you be seated?
Good afternoon. My name is Natalie Johnson, and on behalf of the students and staff of St. Joachim School, I would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2018. Today is an important milestone in all of our lives because it marks the end of our elementary school years. We are very proud of all of our accomplishments, and we look forward to the new challenges that high school will bring. We recognize that we could not have reached this point without the help and support of all of you who love us. It is fitting that we celebrate our graduation in our church, filled with our family, friends, and teachers. Thank you for being part of our special day.
Good afternoon.
6 hours, 45 minutes each day. 180 days in every St. Joachim year. This means I have spent, and Ms. Chen, I hope you're proud of me because I didn't use any calculators in the finding of this massive number, 1,620 days of the past 9 years at this school. Yet, with the immense amount of time I've been here, I can so clearly remember the first few moments of it all. Let me paint you a picture of it. It's my first day of school, and I'm ecstatic about finally getting to go to this favorite school. Obviously, I didn't understand what school was yet, but I was still the most excited I've ever been. I remember walking into the classroom for the first time, taking in the faces of the people I would call my class for nearly the next decade. Now, first impressions are important. Mine wasn't anything too spectacular, however. The room of kids turned around to look at me and then turned right back around like I wasn't even there. I was a stranger, and we hadn't had the time to grow a bond yet. Not the best start, but don't worry, it got better. I no longer see a room full of strangers, but a room full of family. In fact, when I look back on the first day, I can barely believe that the little kids in the photos are the same ones I look out on today. Although, when you really dig into it, it makes sense. We've all grown a lot, and I know I have too. If my kindergarten self could look at me now, or even my 7th grade self, I wouldn't think it was possible for me to be standing up here right now. It's certainly been a journey, and a hard one at that. I've had my fair share of ups and downs, even from the beginning. But just like everyone else here, I grew. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. It was this mentality that got me to this very ambo, and it's something I wouldn't have been able to acquire without the help of my teachers, who went above and beyond to inspire me, even when I was too much of a hassle for most people to bear. Even if many of them aren't here to see me today, I'm so grateful for all my teachers who went the extra mile to inspire me to keep going. My family was a huge motivator in my journeys, and I those people a bit. They were by my side when the going got tough, and they were always there for me no matter what. This also extends to my classmates, who I've come to consider my brothers and sisters. You, class of 2018, have taught me that it's okay to grow at my own pace. It's okay to fail sometimes, because if you push yourself to go further, you're bound to slip up a few times. You've made all these years a true adventure. So, was it perfect enough to be worth 11,340 hours of my life? I would say yes, but there was one big problem with it all. It went by way too fast. As our time together reaches its denouement, I would like to pay back your support with some advice I used in my darkest moments. Remembering that growth takes time. Going into high school, I want you to remember that pushing yourself doesn't mean pushing yourself so hard that you break. In order to be the best you that you can be, you have to understand and respect your own pace and be ready to accept that you will fall down sometimes. Although you may not have the comfort of having your entire St. Joachim family around to remind you at all times, I hope you'll carry this message nonetheless. Remember that you are not born a winner and you are not born a loser. You are born with a choice. Which will you choose, class of 2018? Congratulations.
Good afternoon. It is sad to say that after 9 crazy years together, our time is coming to a close. Crazy is a word that describes our class so well. I mean, crazy fun, crazy wild, crazy goofy, crazy emotional, and crazy hilarious, and the list can keep going. It's also crazy to think we started with learning numbers, the alphabet, how to write, and how to tie our shoes. And although those seem like such easy tasks now, those were our first hardships that we faced, together as a class. To be honest, at this point right now, we aren't a class, we're a family. A family who have seen each other's lows and highs. A family who supports each other every single day, with advice like no other. A family who loves and cares about each other, and a family that will never break. From now on, a day will not pass that I won't be thinking about all of you. I know when we were little, and even last year, we all dreamed about graduation and leaving St. Joachim into the world. But now, I bet we can all agree that we wish we can press pause and not let go. Our years here were filled with so many precious and priceless memories and inside jokes that are just too important to ever forget. Today, for the last day, we walked in the doors as students, but we'll be walking out as graduates. High school is going to be hard at first without all of you being there. But hey, I know if any of us need anything, all of us are only one call away. It's sad to leave each other, but today we should be smiling. Smile because we have 32 classmates that turned into family. Smile as you think about all the people that love you and are here today. Smile because you were lucky enough to be a part of this one-of-a-kind class. Smile because we touched the lives of our kindergarten buddies. Smile because all of the hard work that we did and all we accomplished. Thank you, Mr. Satius, for being such a great principal, and thank you to the amazing teachers who have taught us everything we know today. Because of you, we're confident enough to enter our new life as high schoolers with all the necessities we need. Thank you to our parents for endless love and support. We couldn't be here without you. And to the class of 2018, thank you for the best 9 years of my life, full of laughs, smiles, joy, and happiness. Cheers to us and our futures, whether we'll see each other again or not. We did it! Most importantly, we did it together. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you to all the friends and family gathered here today for our graduation ceremony. My name is Sofia Castellanos, and I am fortunate to have been part of the St. Joachim class of 2018. To my dear class, the day we longed to come is finally here. Today is the day we step out of our comfort zone and start the new chapter in our lives as high schoolers. We have grown tremendously as individuals, but more so as a class and even as a family. I will admit, we had many bumps along the way, but we made it, and look where we are now. I can truly say that we are ready for all the challenges that will come in high school and the years beyond. Our 8th grade year is truly a year that I will never forget. It started with meeting our cute kindergarten buddies on the first day of school, and continued through all the projects, IXL modules,
achieve articles. We also walked the streets of Old Town, Saucimento, also known as Sacramento. We shared many tears and opened up about our feelings during the deep serendipities at Caritas and the 8th grade retreat in Lafayette. I can definitely say that 8th grade was a year with many ups and downs. Some of us had little crushes, cliques were formed, we had lots of talks about things that went wrong, and we had our share of drama. However, through all these hard times, we always stuck together. Mr. Walsh used to say, we were the guinea pigs of the school when we were younger, to help us understand why we're the ones who always had to try new things. But now, I realize that we were chosen to be the guinea pigs because our class is one of the strongest group of people I know, and they knew we would get through the different challenges. Although we won't be in the same classroom every day next year, I trust that you will take all the knowledge that you learned here and apply it to not only the next 4 years of high school, but to the rest of your lives. Thank you to all the teachers, office staff, and yard duty who put up with our crazy class for the past 9 years, especially to Ms. Bear. You have seen us grow from little kindergartners to teenagers. Although we only had you as a teacher in 8th grade, it seemed like you were always there for us. The times we got into trouble and Mr. Satius was busy. To be honest, we felt relieved because that meant we would get to see you instead. But finally, after 9 years, you were our teacher. And I have to say, you are one of the best teachers we've ever had. We all consider you super chill. We shared laughs and tears together. And I will always remember the times us girls would ask you for advice about our friend boys and spill the tea about different things. But most of all, to my fellow class of 2018, as we move on, we will hold on to all the memories of SJS as we walk down the halls of high school. It has been a great privilege to be a part of the class of 2018. We have seen many students come and go, but we are one of the strongest group of 32 students I know. I want to share with you a quote that really stood out to me. Family is like music. There's some high notes, some low notes, but always a beautiful song. You are all my friends, but most importantly, my family. At Caritas, we were asked, what does rainbow mean to you? To me, rainbow means being happy and enjoying time with people who mean something to me. You guys are my rainbow. I love you all so much, and I know someday we will meet again along the way. Thanks to Mr. Satius, our teacher, aides, and parents. We wouldn't have been the people we are today sitting here if it wasn't for all of you. If you're like me, you probably feel mixed emotions. Happy that we're graduating, but also sad that we're leaving. Although this journey has come to an end, just know that this isn't a goodbye. Just a see you later, alligator. I love each and every one of you so much, and thank you for all the amazing memories that I will cherish forever. Cheers to many memories and new beginnings. Class of 2018, we out.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just a few words before we begin handing out diplomas and awards. We all know that the education of a child is a tremendous responsibility for each and every parent. And especially today, we know that it can't be done alone. It takes a community, I believe, to do it well. Together with parents, I believe St. Joachim School has prepared this class of 2018 extremely well. They are ready for the challenges that await them. Before you are sent out, it's kind of my responsibility, my duty to acknowledge and thank, much as the previous speeches did, the faculty and staff of St. Joachim School, for the really tremendous job they have done throughout the years, and in particular this past year. We're a talented and dedicated group, and that combination makes you unsurpassed in what you can and have accomplished. So, on behalf of the entire St. Joachim community and the class of 2018, I thank you. And to our pastor, Father Joseph, who is our #1 cheerleader. He never passes up an opportunity to congratulate the school, to praise the school, to promote the school. So we thank you, Father, for your constant and steadfast support of this year and all the years you've been here at St. Joachim School. Thank you. And I think Sophia said it much better than I, but special thanks go out to Ms. Bear, the 8th grade teacher. There is not a more talented and dedicated teacher than Ms. Bear. She goes far above what is expected, certainly, of an 8th grade teacher. Her expertise and her work ethic, and most especially her love and respect for her students, is really unparalleled. So thank you, Ms. Bear, on behalf of this community. And now to the parents of the class of 2018. You've done a great job. This is a uniquely gifted and spirited class. But for some of you, this day marks the end of a very long relationship with St. Joachim School. After today, the following parents will have no more children here. And for that, we are all saddened. And that although you will no longer have a child in this school, please know that our thoughts and prayers follow you and are always with you, and that you will always be part of this community. So I'd like to actually name the families who will be departing St. Joachim School. So when your name is called, just stand and remain standing, and it'll take about a minute or so. And usually I do this in alphabetical order. This year I'm going to change and deviate, because the first family I want to acknowledge has been with us for 27 consecutive years. That means they had a child in St. Joachim School for 27 consecutive years. It's an amazing story, and I would like the Los Angeles family to stand and be acknowledged. Looks like the alumni is here. Just stay standing, thank you. So I would also like to acknowledge and thank the Aranda family. Please stand. Carvalho family, Castellanos family, De La Torre family, Del Rosario family, the Ismael family, Johnson family, Lopez family, Mendoza family, Munar family, Oy family, Valencia family, and the Zamora family. Thank you. Now just a minute or two about the class of 2018. You know, when thinking about your achievements, I could easily talk about the amazing math scores that you have as a class, truly amazing, and the amazing progress and growth so many of you have made. I can speak about your work ethic, which I think is really high up on the list of graduating classes. So I can speak about the fact that I really didn't have too many problems with you guys. I didn't. You may think, I love the way graduates come back and they say, oh, Mr. Station, we were the worst class, right? I think there's some badge of honor with thinking they were the worst class. But truly, there are no worst classes that I can really seriously think of. But in this case, you guys have been a piece of cake for me for the most part. You probably don't want to hear that. But you really, really are a spirited class. And not that you didn't give me some challenges. You definitely did. But I can look to some other aspects of you. The way you care and nurture your kindergarten buddies. It's an amazing thing to watch. So you've made amazing progress, amazing achievement. Hopefully you remember at the beginning of the year I spoke to you in all the classes about the importance of doing your best, not necessarily being the best. For remember, best means there's only one. So not everyone can be the best. And there's rarely any way that we really can identify the best. That's a real superlative, right? But everyone can do their best. That's a goal that everyone can attain. So some of you have achieved that at an incredibly high rate, and all of you have progressed at a great and high rate. There are just two things I want to leave with you today, very short things. First, as you move on with your life, remember how important it is to follow your passion. Follow the dream in life that drives you. And remember that fulfilling that dream is not necessarily about money. It's not necessarily about things. But how well you have loved, served, accepted, and cared for the people around you. And I believe really pursuing that dream, attaining those things along the way, is more important than maybe even fully attaining that particular dream. Second, you've been taught a lot the past 9 years, 10 years for some of you, at St. Joachim School, and I have no doubt that you will be successful in high school, college, and beyond. But I think for me, what I hope you remember most is what you've been taught and reminded every morning you attended St. Joachim School. I'm going to borrow Melissa's math a little bit. She actually gave me the number. I estimated how many days you were in school. I said 1,500. Melissa, what was it? 1,000? Where is she? 1,620. 1,620. So I'm going to borrow that line from her. So I want to remind you of what you said every day, 1,620 times, minus absences. That prayer that we start every school day with. That each one of us is part of the body of Christ. And we were chosen to live together in peace. So let the peace that comes from Christ guide our thoughts and actions as we serve one another. Keep those words with you. Try and remember them. They will guide you and help you attain those dreams along the way. So now, we are ready for diploma time. And I'm going to ask Father Joseph and Ms. Bear to come forward. And I'm going to ask the community also to please hold your applause until I complete the name and achievement awards that follow. So I'll make a clear stop if it's just a name or an award so that we can all hear exactly what transpires and what the awards are. Thank you. So to all of those gathered here, the following students have completed 8 years of academic and religious studies as prescribed by the Diocese of Oakland and awarded these diplomas. So will the following students please come forward as your name is called. Haley Alyssa Rivera Torres, High Honors Service Award. Viviana Natalie Preciado, Service Award. Annabella Jasmine Del Rosario, Honors Service Award. Perla Inan Tonansing Sanchez Aguirre, Service Award. Alexis Desico Munar, High Honors Service Award. Sanaya Victoria McDuffie Service Award. Warren Zachary Jones. Angelica Adiela Lopez Service Award. Melissa Manafee, Valedictorian High Honors Service Award. Melissa is receiving the Departmental Medal for Outstanding Achievement in Writing as well. Melise Zamora, Service Award. Jimena Guzman, Service Award. Janine Patricia Manansala Oy, Honors Service Award. Jordan Sandoval Ismail, High Honors Service Award. Jordan is also receiving the Departmental Medal for Outstanding Achievement in Social Studies. Nicholas Kenneth De La Torre. Justin Sotelo Toroy, Honors Service Award. Alejandra Anahi Aranda, Valedictorian, High Honors Service Award and Leadership Award. Luana Caravallo, Salutatorian, High Honors Service Award. Luana is also receiving the Departmental Medal for Outstanding Achievement in Science. Sofia Elizabeth Castellanos, Salutatorian, High Honors Service Award. Sofia is receiving the Medal for Outstanding Achievement in Religion. Justin Patrick Resurrección Rodriguez, High Honors Service. Ayana Alexia Mendoza, Service Award. Liliana Leyva, High Honors Service Award. Liliana is receiving the Departmental Medal for Outstanding Achievement in Reading. Nathan Alexander Elon, Honors Service Award. Natalie Michelle Johnson, High Honors Service Award. Natalie is receiving the Medal for Outstanding Achievement in Algebra. Fernando Marcos Rodriguez. Chigo Owameka, Honors Service Award. Adriana Kathleen Everett, Service Award. Raul Hector Rodarte, Service Award. Ryan Michael Bailey. Mark Francis de Los Angeles Service Award. Elena Nicole Valencia Service Award. Elena is receiving the Departmental Medal for Outstanding Achievement in Pre-Algebra. Rahul Sharma Service Award. Philip Anthony Ferreira Service Award. And now I can proudly say, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of 2018 St. Joachim School. So the next part of our ceremony is to honor those students receiving scholarships and special recognitions. First, I would like to present a scholarship on behalf of St. Joseph Notre Dame High School. The St. Joseph Notre Dame High School Pilot Award is a $4,000 award granted to an incoming freshman who, in addition to having achieved high academic marks, embodies the pilot spirit of determination and compassion. While pursuing higher education opportunities with tenacity, we believe this student has the potential to foster the well-being of self, family, community, and the wider world. This year's recipient of the St. Joseph Notre Dame Pilot Award is Nathan Elon. The SJND community welcomes you and your family, where we develop confident, open-minded, and effective leaders who are ready to live joyful lives of faith, scholarship, and service. SJND thanks the St. Joachim School, faculty, and staff for a wonderful job in supporting your academic, emotional, and spiritual needs. And next, I'm very pleased to call forward Mr. Terry Lee, President of Moreau Catholic High School, to present the scholarships to our graduates.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students, and over 12,000 alumni of Moreau Catholic High School, I send congratulations, best wishes, and all our prayers to the graduates of the class of 2018 from St. Joachim School. I'm very honored to be here today and present 3 scholarships. In addition to the scholarship certificate, Moreau Catholic is giving out this year a book named The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. The author of this book attended Notre Dame de Saint-Croix School in Le Mans, France, the original school founded by Father Basil Moreau, who founded the Congregation of Holy Cross and is the namesake of Moreau Catholic High School. The first scholarship I'd like to present is the Mariner Leadership Award. The Mariner Leadership Award and Scholarship is presented to incoming freshman students who demonstrate extraordinary leadership potential, citizenship, and school involvement. This selective scholarship is awarded to deserving students who have potential to achieve excellence in the area of leadership. On behalf of the Moreau Catholic community, I am pleased to present the Mariner Leadership Award to Alejandra Aranda. The next scholarship is called the Blessed Basil Moreau Scholarship and is named in honor of the founder of the Congregation of Holy Cross and is awarded to individuals that exemplify the spirit of Father Moreau. It was Father Moreau's belief that the mind will not be cultivated at the expense of the heart. Thus, Blessed Basil Moreau scholars must not only be excellent students, but more importantly, people of value and character. The Blessed Basil Moreau Scholarship is very selective and recognizes incoming freshmen who exhibit high academic potential. On behalf of the Moreau Catholic community, I am pleased to present the Blessed Basil Moreau Scholarship to Justin Patrick Rodriguez. And lastly, I'd like to present the Principal Scholarship. The Principal Scholarship is highly selective and recognizes incoming freshmen who have distinguished themselves through every aspect of their application. These students have demonstrated the highest academic achievement, leadership ability, and co-curricular commitment. Students are selected through the quality of their application and the nomination of a committee. This is one of the highest honors available to an incoming student and is a scholarship with a total value of $20,000. On behalf of Moreau Catholic High School, I am very pleased to present the Principal Scholarship to Jordan Ishmael. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you to both the communities of St. Joseph Notre Dame and Moreau Catholic. I am one of the 12,000 graduates of Moreau Catholic High School. So, and I know much about the community at Moreau, and it's a great community. I'm so proud of the students, three of you getting those awards. So let's give them one more round of applause. One last award. This is an award that we have asked the graduating class to choose. Among their classmates, a student who best exemplifies the model St. Joachim student. The class itself decided on the criteria for this award. The student is a friend to everyone. This person is an independent thinker who does the right thing even when it may not be popular. This student is always willing to give time to help and support classmates and is determined and works hard. The class of 2018 has chosen to honor Melissa Manafort.
Good afternoon. Graduation is always such a special day because it's the culmination of a 9-year journey, a journey through St. Joachim School. Today is the destination that you've been working towards since you first entered the doors. As I was beginning to write this speech, I reflected on the fact that you are the 25th class I've watched graduate from St. Joachim School. You might think, after all that time, graduations might seem pretty routine to me, but the funny thing is they never are. I can honestly say each year I feel the same anticipation and excitement for my students as I did my very first year. The reason I can never just use a speech from year to year is that every single year is different. Every year is special in its own way, and every class is unique. That's a great thing about teaching. No 2 years are the same. Class of 2018 is no exception. You definitely have your own personality. You're strong individuals with lots of leaders. And as I've told you many times, you're one of the most artistic classes I've ever taught. Your artwork amazes me, but it's never exactly what I show you. You always have your own take on how you want to do an art project. And that special way you did it, your own way, pretty much sums up your whole year. You're a class that likes to do things your own way. And that's one thing I loved, watching you create your creativity shine through everything you did. I loved how your SLE projects turned into like little video honors of your years at St. Joachim. You worked so well together. All the skits we did, the performances, everything was 100% student run and student choreographed. Those who were leaders stepped up. Those who weren't were supportive classmates who listened and just followed and learned whatever their classmates had them do. I admired how you'd stick up for each other and have each other's backs in difficult times. You're always there to lend support and to listen, and you definitely enjoyed each other's company and had fun. Laughter was a big part of every day. There are some things that are the same every year in 8th grade. Each year, I watch a beautiful transformation happen. It's sort of like an awakening of the adult inside of you. It's not fully hatched, but just peeking out with its potential. While sometimes, when you're having fun or being silly, you're still very much children, but there are many times when I see maturity and compassion, and I know that will just get stronger as the years go by. Classes go through similar struggles and challenges, and I've learned that in these times of difficulty, that's when your character is formed. It's easy to go forward when the road is smooth, but much more difficult when obstacles and hurdles are in your way. As the adults who love you instinctively want to get rid of any hurdle that might be in your way, we have to recognize that nobody can do this, for it's in overcoming obstacles that you gain strength and the experience to navigate life. The way you deal with challenges is what defines you, and I have watched you overcome personal obstacles as well as ones of a class, and I know you have what it takes to persevere. You'll be starting a new journey as you enter high school, and you'll have to decide which road to choose. The easy one, where there is no risk of failure, nothing to challenge you or make you step out of your comfort zone, or the road that might be a little bit uncertain, but hopefully will lead to great reward. Only you can make that decision. But I will tell you, you have with you everything you need. Faith in God, love of your family and friends, and knowledge gained over your time here. You just have to believe in yourself. Sometimes it's the small moments that stand out, like one of my favorite moments that happened Thursday when you spontaneously broke into song, singing songs with your cell phones on and your lights going back and forth. It was just a really small moment before we went over to the farewell assembly, but it felt like at that time we were all connected. Life is full of moments like that. There are big moments like today that we prepare for and anticipate. Then there are small moments that take us by surprise and leave an impression on us. Don't overlook the small moments, and don't forget to enjoy the journey, not just the destination. You are now becoming part of a very special group of people, St. Joachim alumni, and membership in that group is forever. This is your home, and the doors of the school are always open to you. Who knows, you might come back someday as an aide, as a teacher, or even a principal. I am so proud of all you have accomplished, and it's been an honor to be your teacher. We send you out on a mission of love today, class of 2018, and know that God is with you always. We love you. Congratulations.
As our time at St. Joachim comes to an end, and we look back at our elementary school years, we realize that none of us would be the people that we are today if not for a special group of people, our parents. We cannot express the gratitude that we feel for all that you have done for us. Over the years, you have chaperoned our field trips, made food for class parties, stayed up late helping us with projects and homework, and driven us to practices and to games.
More importantly, you have supported us, encouraged us, and kept us on the right path. We love you very much. We would now like to present our parents with a token of our appreciation for all that they have done for us. Thank you, parents.